For a while there, Boruto felt like it was searching for its identity. Coming off the massive legacy of Naruto, it often struggled with how to honor its roots while still forging its own path. It was a tough tightrope walk, but with Two Blue Vortex, the series has truly found its footing. Chapter 23, aptly titled The Strong, isn't just another chapter, it's a profound statement. It doesn't just push the plot forward, it forces us to reevaluate core concepts, the true nature of power, the reliability of prophecy, and the deep emotional toll of rewritten memories. What initially appears to be a straightforward fight scene quickly expands into a nuanced exploration of fate, resilience, and identity in this new, post-Otsutsuki landscape. This chapter transcends a simple power comparison. It challenges us to consider who ultimately defines strength. The narrative of Chapter 23 masterfully weaves together three distinct layers: the physical, the intense conflict unfolding with Jura and the ominous claw grime; the psychological, Boruto's remarkable emotional restraint, Mitsuki's undeniable hesitation, and Kashin Koji's internal crisis; the philosophical, a prophecy unraveling, the very definition of strength being reshaped, and destiny being rewritten before our eyes. This multi-layered approach echoes the best of classic Naruto storytelling, where action serves not just as a climax, but as a vehicle for deeper questions. Every punch thrown lands alongside a significant dilemma, the battle's true significance. Let's talk about that fight. Boruto enters with his characteristic confidence, unleashing Rasengan Uzuhiko, his new planetary-style jutsu that taps into rotational forces, almost like gravitational mechanics. Visually, it's incredibly compelling. Yet Jura absorbs the attack with seemingly no effort. This isn't a sign of weak writing, it's a deliberate narrative choice. Jura isn't a typical shonen antagonist, he embodies absolute unfeeling power, a force of nature. Boruto's struggle in this exchange highlights a crucial tonal shift for the series. This world no longer simply rewards idealistic confidence, instead it champions adaptability, strategic teamwork, and long-term planning. Then Kawaki makes his dramatic entrance. With his limiters removed, he swiftly and violently stabs Jura through the skull. Yet Jura survives. This moment clearly signals a new, elevated power ceiling. If a karma-enhanced limiter-free Kawaki still can't decisively defeat this threat, it calls into question the entire Otsutsuki scale of power. We've moved beyond the power system of the Fourth Ninja War. We're now in truly existential territory. Kawaki's action is more than just a timely save, it's a paradigm shift, showcasing a new kind of strength rooted in ruthless precision, detached from notions of legacy or honor. Shattered prophecy, shifting destiny. Kashin Koji's role in this chapter is particularly captivating. He once saw Boruto's death in a prophecy. That vision has now been demonstrably proven wrong. In Naruto, prophetic visions from Mount Myoboku were absolute, guiding the fates of characters like Jiraiya and Naruto. But Koji, Jiraiya's clone, is now the first to witness a shattered fate. This isn't just a plot twist, it's a significant thematic reversal. Boruto is evolving into the first shinobi to truly exist outside of a predetermined path. He isn't merely walking a destiny, he's actively erasing it. This raises intriguing meta-questions. If fate can be bent, who is writing it? If visions can change, can memories also be altered or overridden? Koji, once a product of destiny, now stands in awe of someone who transcends it. Mitsuki, while not a central combatant, conveys immense meaning through his hesitation. When Boruto appears, Mitsuki freezes not out of fear, but from a deep instinctual recognition. Despite Ida's rewritten history, something within him remembers Boruto, not intellectually, but emotionally. This subtle internal conflict suggests that deeply bonded experiences cannot be entirely erased. Mitsuki's inherent loyalty resurfaces even in the absence of explicit memory. This is a crucial development. It implies that memory tampering has its limits and that emotion may ultimately outlive memory. This isn't just set up for a character arc, it's a powerful rebuke of the villain's primary tool, their control over truth. new definitions of strength, Kawaki's actions further solidify his distinct divergence from Boruto. He isn't kind or hopeful, but he is undeniably decisive. His version of strength is pragmatic, even violent, but undeniably effective. He doesn't fight to protect dreams, he fights to eliminate threats. In the power vacuum created by Naruto's disappearance, this ruthless approach gains a troubling legitimacy. Shikamaru's appointment as Hokage echoes this shift, a preference for cold calculation over warm compassion. Kawaki might be the Hokage the world believes it needs, but potentially not the one it will ultimately survive. Jura's resilience suggests that divine-level enemies possess a remarkable capacity to evolve or regenerate beyond conventional damage. Koji's altered prophecy fundamentally changes the power balance. If Ada can no longer see everything and futures can be rewritten, the era of informational supremacy is over. Furthermore, memory rewriting, once Ada's most terrifying ability, is now encountering emotional resistance from characters with strong intrinsic bonds. This is a massive narrative shift. It strongly suggests a coming rebellion from within the affected. This chapter forces us to confront the question, what does it truly mean to be strong? Is it Jura, who appears invulnerable, Boruto, who refuses to yield, Kawaki, who acts without hesitation, Mitsuki, who subconsciously fights his programming, or Koji, who accepts the failure of destiny and adapts? The answer isn't clear, and that ambiguity is precisely the point. True strength is evolving to become psychological. The profound ability to navigate lies, grief, and uncertainty while continuing to move forward. The road ahead, uncharted territory. Boruto is on the cusp of becoming a mythic variable, a figure operating outside the confines of time, prophecy, and control. Mitsuki could very well be set for the next major redemption arc, potentially holding the key to cracking Ada's illusion. Jura's apparent immortality might even be tied to a universal reset mechanic, hinting at deeper mysteries surrounding the Shinju. And Boruto and Kawaki are clearly evolving into rival ideologues, not just in terms of their power, but in their fundamental philosophies. Boruto embodies hope, Kawaki embodies reality. Final thoughts. A new era for Boruto, Chapter 23, is a monumental turning point. It masterfully bridges spectacle and profound philosophy, giving us far more than just a fight. It imbues every punch with purpose. This isn't just the Boruto many fans have been waiting for. This is the Boruto the franchise critically needed. A series finally willing to shed the chains of fate, dramatically shake up established power dynamics, and courageously question its own foundational legacy. Writing, quality 9.5/10. Every panel feels intentional, building weight and meaning. Artwork 8.7/10. Fluid motion, noticeable improvements in paneling, excellent clarity. Symbolism 10/10. Rich layers of meaning, expertly woven throughout the chapter. Narrative stakes and impact 9/10. Strong plot progression that significantly evolves the universe. Overall rating 9.1/10. In an era saturated with reboots and rehashes, Boruto Two Blue Vortex is achieving something genuinely rare. It's truly earning its independence. This chapter unequivocally proves that the story no longer lives in Naruto's shadow. It has grown its own teeth. Teeth that bite into complex ideas like fate, control, and strength, not as tired tropes, but as genuinely compelling questions. If this impressive momentum holds, Boruto won't just be a continuation, it will be a complete reconstruction of the Shinobi mythos itself. What are your thoughts on this game-changing chapter? Who do you think will ultimately be the one to defeat Jura? Let's discuss.